cloud computing these days are picking up a lot of steam, and that a lot of customers want to put their systems up in the cloud. Ignition can be hosted in the cloud. So in this diagram here in the top right, I have the cloud, and that could be Amazon EC2 or Windows Azure or Rackspace or some of the providers where you can start up an instance up there and have your machine running in the cloud. So here you can see I have 2 Ignition servers up in the cloud that are set to be redundant. And that is, of course, they have a public IP address. They're behind a firewall. So pretty much anywhere in the world, I can open up the runtime and view the screens that we developed up there. I have a central database up here, so where I take all the data from multiple locations and send it up to that central location. So the idea is that maybe an integrator or some company can actually host an application for their customers. In that case, if they're going to host it, they have to be able to get the historical information from the customer's PLCs. So there's 2 ways you can go about that. One is to go and connect to the customer's PLCs directly over the cell tower, or satellite, secure VPN, polling it, or doing round-robin type polling. But that does mean that the servers up here in the cloud have to have a connection to the PLCs. And for a lot of customers, they're worried about security in that way. So it's better if you want to put an Ignition server at each of the customer sites, that is the SQL Bridge module, that can log data up to a central location. So that way, it's only putting his history up into the cloud. You typically, when you go down this approach, you don't want to do real-time status control from the cloud because that application is on the internet. Typically, it's for reporting purposes only, to log historical information and to view those in trends and see graphs and pie charts and all that up in the cloud. So that means anywhere in the world I can open up a runtime by typing in the public IP address of that server, and I can see the screens that you have provided up there in the cloud. Of course, these Ignition servers can have whatever modules you need depending on the functionality that your customers require. So cloud computing is possible with Ignition. Just be cautious about what you're putting in the cloud and think about security a little bit more because you don't want to expose, an application that people could, turn things on and off from the internet.